All right, here we are. We're live. Episode, whatever. What episode did you say this was?
27.
27.
Episode 27. The Rrakkma.
Rrakkma. Yeah, so hi everybody. Or nobody. I don't know if anybody's watching yet. Yeah, some people are watching. Hey there. Thanks for joining us. Here's a quick rundown of what's going on. So, there's this terrible thing called the vanishing. We all lost our memories. I kind of got mine back a little bit because I went for a dip in the Astral Sea. It was great. But it's a terrible disease. It afflicts a bunch of people. It's always bad. Guys are trying to find these conduits and do this awful ritual. We've stopped them a bunch of times, but if they do it, it's going to blanket the whole world in this terrible thing where everybody forgets everything, and it's going to be just utter chaos. And everybody's going to be killing each other and killing their cows and... didn't the guy do that? I don't know. All sorts of terrible things will be happening. So anyway, we're trying to stop that, and to do that, we're trying to find this angel lady who jumped down a hole under a tree outside the city. So we followed her down the hole and went into the Underdark. We found an angry giant. We killed a beholder, and now we are trying to find what passage leads us to the angel lady. And... Beholder. Wait, no, not a beholder. No, we didn't kill a beholder. Whatever that other thing is. What did we kill? Mind Flayer. We killed a Mind Flayer.
Not a beholder.
Yeah. We haven't seen a beholder yet. That's tonight.
Nope.
So that's what we're doing.
And we just finally found our way to a temple of, what is it made out of? The
Adamantine Citadel.
Adamantine Citadel, our new weapons.
Yep, we're in the process of taking bricks out of it to make weapons.
With a bunch of people we can't speak the same language as.
Yeah. Oh, and we sent the other half of our party away.
Yeah, the level 20 half.
Yep.
Yeah. Always good to split party.
They're probably bored.
Always.
Yeah, I'm sure they're bored.
Yep.
Yeah,
with a bunch of Gith, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so in the couple previous episodes, they did some exploring of voluntarily, of course, exploring the Underdark here, and they found several things, but nothing that would really lead them to Oma Elham, who is who they're looking for. But they have found evidence of mind flayers, at least one of them, who they ripped apart pretty easily, actually. So maybe they're not quite as scary as they've been made out to be. And they were...
Uh-oh.
Is anybody hearing anything?
Oh
no.
boy. Lost the storyteller.
What?
They hit upon...
Oh, there he is. Back.
We lost it for an extended period of time.
Oh, you're back.
So whatever he said... You.
The storyteller.
Yeah, so whatever you said just then, we missed it.
Well, we had mind flayers not as bad as we thought it was, and then...
Yeah. Shoot, all right. Okay, everything in my house is now closed off except for this. So I'm not even watching the chat anymore.
All
so
internet.
Josh, you're in charge of all that.
I'm chatting. Yeah, if you're watching us on Twitch, chat with us, and we'll be happy to hear what you have to say. And we might even take your suggestions about what to do, like making a corpse
barricade. Yeah, that worked really well. We got a short rest.
Oh yeah, the corpse barricade. That's right. So, yes, so they are. You are near exhaustion. I think you actually had a level of exhaustion, if I do believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we did.
Per person.
Dak was traveling with you, and he has actually 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yes, he's
That's all right. I gave him a ride. It's fine.
That's right. He just carried him.
But you got to do what? And you carry him. That's right. You are carrying him. That's right. But you got to a place where you didn't feel all that great being there. It felt very uncomfortable, and you couldn't even stop to rest there without feeling very bad. And then after looking at it a little bit and then talking about it, Dak realized that he seems like that this was in the neighborhood of where the Rrakkma would be based on some of the environmental factors that he witnessed. And so he said, let's press on. And so you travel for about another hour, give or take, because time really doesn't have a lot of meaning down here. And so you were getting to that point where you might have had to make another save for exhaustion, and then you ran into a couple of individuals who looked sort of like Dak, obviously Gith, and Gith, starts talking to them and explains who you are. You're assuming, even though you don't speak the language, because nobody here speaks Gith or any language that's of use down here in the Underdark. You do what?
Talking to them isn't what you do with people in the Underdark.
Oh, right. And so you traveled, and then you get to a point where you can see ahead that it's going to open up. And so as it opens up, and you see, okay, there's the first big question. Wait, no, you don't see it because I have to drag this little thing over here. Ha-ha!
Whoa.
Did that work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta make it so we can see it.
Hey, it did work.
Look at that.
God damn it. There we go. Did that work?
I mean,
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I'm just moving us.
Okay, good. All right. Good.
Yeah,
Oh.
like this golden or lighted citadel with 5 figures around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
so
said.
I actually just put the figures on there. There's actually a lot more than 5.
All right, I roll for initiative.
But you can,
Are we not fighting them?
I mean, you can if you'd like to. It will be a quick fight, but
Is it time to
Of course
fight?
it will. Of course it'll be a quick fight.
Already time to fight.
already time to fight. But you come out into this this large cavern, and there is a large structure here that, for lack of a better term, even though you don't know what this means in the fantasy world we live in, but it looks like a spaceship.
Say that.
And it's
The mothership.
the mothership, yeah. And it is made of material which you are not very familiar with, but it appears to be made of adamant. And as you kind of see it, I mean, this is scale-wise, it's huge. It takes up obviously this gigantic cavern that you're in. You can see that there is a single figure who looks like this floating dude right here.
Is he floating?
Everybody can see him. He actually is floating.
Sweet.
And he's sitting between these 3 large, look like towers, and he's channeling energy through all 3 of them. And as he's doing it, you can see that like the citadel itself actually does not look like it is. It seems to lose a little bit of itself, and then he channels and it begins to reform itself. So he seems to be just constantly like just keeping this thing here. And because he's floating, that's the reason that you can see him from where you are. You can't really see what is, if the space up here that's on top, you can't see that because it's way too high. But then there are at least 50 Gith that are either on or around this thing. And some of them look like Dak, so they look like that. Some of them look like this, little different. And then there are 2 of them that obviously seem to be giving orders to all the rest of these individuals. Couldn't find a another one. So they're not twins, but they definitely look like they are in charge. And so they are busy, as I said, giving orders, doing things. These DAC-looking figures are the ones who kind of escort you in, and then a couple of these fellows on the right over here approach you, and one of them speaks to you in common.
Yay!
Yeah. So there's like 5 Dax, 5 Hood guys, and then 40 identical twins. That's what's going on.
No, there's just so you know, there's 35 Dax.
35.
There's 15 of 35 Dax. There's 15 of the hooded ones, and then there's 2, and then 1. Okay. So 53 individuals in here. Once you do a head count,
we count quickly.
And it's mostly the Dax.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so one of these steps up and starts to talk to you in common, and says, "Who are you? What is it that you want here?"
My name is Rowan, and my companions and I here, and one of your friends that we met along the way, are searching for another, I guess you could say, acquaintance of ours who is down here somewhere. And we need to get to her before this. I've been searching and wandering these tunnels, trying to find any sign we can of her.
Your companion is an Illithid?
No. No, our companion is not an Illithid. Our companion has been described to me as an angel. We are the collectors of Emlist. We are here in search of one of the other collectors. We are here to destroy Illithids that we come across. We are here to destroy the Vanishing once we find out what it is. We're here because Rowan brought us here.
I do not understand.
No,
We think that the angel, the dark angel, is headed toward an Illithid city or colony.
Dark Angel?
She's, I don't know. Have I seen her? I can't even remember. Have I?
She's an Esma.
No.
Yeah.
You have not.
Wigwit's never seen her.
Wigwit and Dirac have never seen her.
She is an angel, but she's dark. That's what I've heard. A dark angel, and that's as specific as I can be.
She's not an angel. She's an Esma, right? Or something like that.
She's angelic.
She has wings.
Yes, like an angel's wings.
You're not
She's
a
kinda
dog, Wigbet.
I know that.
All right. Well, just because she has wings doesn't make her an angel either.
Well, it doesn't make her a bird. It makes her an angel.
She's angelic.
Logic slides off you like water.
And this has what to do with killing Illithid?
Well, the people that we are trying to find the people we are trying to keep her safe from are in league with the Illithid. They have Illithid working with them. My companion encountered one. We've encountered another one since we've been here and promptly dispatched it. And we intend to do that with any more that we find.
When you start talking like that, Dak at your side, like, seems to understand. He gives you like the, and then like he taps his chest and he like points to all of you and says something in Gith. And so he nods his head and says, Dak here speaks highly of you.
He's been a
young.
very good companion.
Dak fights well.
Yes, we were fortunate to have him along with us.
So, then, you are here to join our hunting party?
If you're headed for the Illithid colony or city, that's where we need to go.
In as much as our goals align with yours, then I suppose we are, until we find who we came to find.
Yes. Well then, we are preparing to leave soon. We have an idea of where these Illithid are. But I believe you're going to need to speak to someone a little more, shall we say, important. And I have their names right here. I'm looking for their names.
It's not a scroll.
The floating.
No.
Yes.
Huh?
The floating one.
Yeah, it's floating. Yeah, it's floating. Yeah, I should have wrote it on the side of the video.
Floating one with the magic coming off of it.
Right. He seems bored.
I mean, he also seems kind of busy, but
Yeah, he seems like he might be working
I
on
guess
something.
we could talk to him.
Is there going to be a place that we could get some rest? We're quite exhausted.
Rest? There's no rest when Illithid need killing.
Very true.
Sleep is a weapon.
But I will take you to enlightened Greth, and I will allow him to make that decision.
Breath. The one up.
Do we still feel that like oppressive like aura?
Oh yeah, yeah. It actually doesn't feel. Yeah, it doesn't feel wonderful in here. And actually, Rrakkma, to you, this definitely does not feel like an underground cavern should feel.
Okay. Like the
It feels.
Citadel has taken over whatever natural environment this used to be.
Yep, it feels oppressive. I mean, the whole Underdark feels oppressive to Robbie, Wigbit, and Rowan. But this feels oppressive to you. But he just walks away, and Dak just stands there. And with your passive insights, you can tell Dak looks pleased with himself. I mean, he's not smiling or anything, but he has that air of like, I've done something good. He just looks pleased with himself.
Did he get left behind by this party, or what was his? Do we know?
You don't know. I haven't asked. Well, you probably asked.
We haven't really been able to ask.
We can't. Right. It's a one-way communication.
Yeah.
He hasn't drawn pictures for you, so you don't know. So over the next few minutes, there's like a hubbub of activity, and it's clearly that they are gearing up to go to war. I mean, that's what that's what it looks like. Some of them seem to be in like a meditative state, and from the little bit you know about, or at least maybe have heard about Gith, that doesn't seem entirely uncommon. But they're, as I said, they for the most part just ignore you. They don't come your way, but they don't look your way. They seem to be totally involved in what they are doing. And Dak, like I said, is just stand there beside you. And it takes, I don't know, good like half an hour before one of these individuals, how can I use this? Hold on, this thing. Yeah, one of these individuals right here comes over towards you. Hey, yeah, approaches you.
Johnny, if you click and hold, it makes like a little like circle look here.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, that would have been much cooler than doing the telestrator thing.
I like
What do you mean? I like it.
Sorry, folks watching, still getting used to this whole thing.
This guy right here.
Like Madden.
Yep. Now, when you take the claim and you poke a big hole in him with it, well, that's how you kill somebody.
Yeah, John, that's what you do, John. Yeah. But yeah, so one of them comes over to you, and looks very serious.
I mean, they all look kind of serious, right?
They do all look kind of serious.
They're serious people.
I mean, they are kind of a serious people, yeah. But doesn't say anything when he first comes over to you. Just kind of stands there. And Dak just stands there too and looks at him. Doesn't say anything.
You notice Drock's about 2 steps behind Rowan with a banner vertical behind him.
So yeah, after an awkward silence, I'll look at the one who came over, the obvious commander of some kind, and point up at the guy. Greth?
Greth. And he taps his own chest. Greth.
Greth.
Rowan?
Greth.
Rowan.
Rowan.
It's nice to meet you. I'll try some common. Since obviously some of them know it.
You are friends? Is that the word? Of Dak?
Yes.
Of Dak?
Dak.
Now simplify things. And I cast tongues on them.
Oh. So you cast it on him?
Yeah, on Greth.
Okay. So you are friends of... I do not...
I've made it so that you can understand us and we can understand you. So we can talk about Illithid together.
Oh yes. I did not believe you spoke our language, but clearly Nurm was wrong.
Now we have the gods intervening for us. They speak for us and they speak for you. For these are the gods of war, and that's what we walk toward.
Yes. We will walk towards war.
Yes.
With your gods.
After a rest.
Your gods.
After a short rest. Long rest.
After a long rest.
You are tired?
Very.
We have been walking for
We've marched all day.
Well, Anarch Adaka has declared that today is the day we march to war. It will require some convincing to delay our attack.
If your leader says today is the day, then today is the day.
We will not be affected in battle.
get us all killed.
What?
I didn't want to talk for my lack of charisma, but that was Robbie, you want to take this one?
I mean, Rowan, we pushed our way here, but surely we need at least a few hours of sleep. I mean, how far? I'm talking to Greth. How far away is this this collection of Illithid?
No, not very far.
How far is not very far? Like
Probably
miles, kilometers. I don't know what we
probably
measure it in this world.
seven Gorsteks, maybe.
Gore.
How long does it take to move a gore stack?
Oh, about 3 Archons.
Okay, that's. I don't know if that's time or distance. Is that time or distance?
These
Of
are
course,
different. These are different things to you.
Yes.
Oh, very fascinating.
Do you have a way to describe how tall I am?
Yes.
What would it be?
That's my
You
TI.
are, I would say about.
Wigbit gets his TI 84 out.
You are, I'd say about 3 dinas.
3 din.
You come bring
And how many?
Maybe 2 to 3 dinas.
That's not gonna be helpful.
And how many
How many?
dinas is it from here to where the Illithid are?
How many dinas in a gore stack or whatever we are?
We don't know.
What's the gore? What do I multiply by?
The Dineth Gore stack ratio.
conversion.
Yeah, give me the gore stack over dinas,
I
please.
mean, come on, that's got to be common, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's speaking what he feels is common. It's just
Right, but I'm saying like, that's got to be a common ratio conversion.
not translated.
5,280. What do we got?
So after a few minutes of doing some math and some conversions and everything else, you get the impression it's going to take an all day of marching to get to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So they carry us and we sleep.
Put us in cot.
Yeah, we can just hop in a cart.
Yeah, do they have any kind of?
A cart? I don't know if they have a cart down here. This doesn't seem like cart terrain.
Cart? No, we do not. We do not bring carts.
No.
Marching,
Carts are not used for Rrakkmas.
marching only.
Oof.
Well,
Weren't we already like
And
Oh, we're exhausted
Dak-
at the end of our day.
every hour we were rolling
Dak-
more dead?
Yeah.
right, yeah. So Dak starts to speak in Gith, and Greth nods his head and says, "So, young Dak here says that you are all quite tired, but you are all quite legendary Illithid slayers, from what he says. Especially you, Wigbit.
Wigbit is.
He says you are the Illithid slayer."
I have, yeah. Ready to roll or something?
Yes, I am.
He just
Not to say much.
and he feels
That's
that your assistance in this and in what we are doing would be valuable. But again, that decision cannot be left to me. That is up to Anarch Adaka. And he points over his shoulder towards the floating being.
Is he like, what's he doing up there? Is he keeping that thing here? It seems like he's keeping it here.
Yeah, it certainly feels like something that shouldn't be here. So leave it here.
It is how we arrive. It's how we arrive from Limbo. Do you not know of these things?
Limbo?
And Dak just kind of shaking his head.
No.
We came from the surface of this world.
They are light dwellers, but even in the Underdark, this is something foreign.
Hmm. So, our home is a very turbulent place. It is made up of much material that, well, it's probably a lot of the material that you have here on your world, but there are plenty of things there that do not. And our people for eons. It's Ryan. It's my son.
He's back there. Hey.
Bye, Ryan.
Our people for ages have kept the chaos of Limbo at bay. So when we move from world to world, we bring that along with us. It is the means with which we travel. If Anarchadaka is not there controlling, well, it would not be good for those of us nearby. You probably felt a little bit of it as you approached, I would imagine.
Quite.
Outsiders often do say they feel, what is the word?
Shitty.
Yes, like shit. Yes. Like this shit you speak of. Yes.
Yes.
So it is the essence of our world. It has to be a strong enough material to move between worlds. Hence, it is made of this adamant. So that is what he is doing. He is keeping it grounded, if you will. He's keeping it here. He's also keeping our means of transport open. If he stops, then we are stranded here.
So this is
And I should say, by the way, she is keeping it here. My bad. She.
So this is both sort of a piece of your world and a pathway to it for you.
Yes.
And it will belong wherever you travel while here.
Well, it is here, and it will, when we depart, it will go with us. If we leave it here, it will just disintegrate.
Interesting.
Weird.
So, who was it you said we should talk to about delaying traveling for an entire day?
Oh, Anarchadaka, of course.
Oh,
Up there.
great. Well, we better get to it.
need not be
That's going to be quite the conversation.
5 or 6 hours.
Suppose we'll see what she has to say.
If we can even rest in this place.
If they have magic enough to get here in this ship, then they have magic enough to make it so we can rest here.
Okay.
Perhaps.
We go up the spaceship.
Yeah. Do they let us walk up there?
Oh yeah, if you start walking towards it, yeah. I mean, they Greth and Dak follow you, and I mean, some of the other Giths start looking at you, but you know, they see that Greth is there, and they just get back to what they were doing. You see one of the. Let me see if I can do this right. Nope, didn't do it right. Shoot. I do it now. Still didn't do it right. I'm clicking on it. Not working. Damn it.
These.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, there it is.
yeah.
It was delayed.
That guy?
Like everything else. Yeah. Yeah, you see one of those come up to Greth as y'all are heading towards the spaceship, and says, something in Gith, and says something to him, and then that individual looks a little, almost like perturbed a little bit, but just bows his head and goes back to where he was. They are antsy, I think is the word you would use. They are ready. They are prepared.
Anxious.
I fear any delay will not sit well with them.
It's understandable. Came here with a purpose.
But yes, so he gets up to the edge of the citadel, and he says, "All right, so just follow." And he says something, and he starts to levitate up.
I'll follow. I walk. What he's doing.
And you don't actually go up. You just gotta stay right where you are.
I jump a little.
And you come back down to the ground.
Oh shit!
I'll try to mimic whatever he said.
He gets, he's like 20 feet up, and he looks back down at you.
They all levitate.
Well, come on.
Start walking.
Come on. Walking.
Are we like right next to it?
You're like, I don't know, you're like 30 feet away from it.
I'll walk toward it more and get ready to climb.
I'll just think happy thoughts, and that'll get me in the air. But yeah, no, like Josh said, I'll try and repeat what he said.
Yeah, it's clearly a spell of some kind, and if you don't have
You can
that
say the word without the spell.
you can say it all you want to, but yeah. But he's like, well, are you not following?
Oh,
We're trying.
Give me a minute.
we can't.
We are trying.
We don't have the power to levitate.
Right.
And Dak kind of looks up at him and shakes his head and says something in Gith to him. He's like, oh. And he comes back down. I assumed Illithid hunters knew how to do the things that Illithid could do.
Illithid can do that?
That we can do. Well, yes. It's one of their modes of transport between, their lair.
It's good to know.
That's how that one tried to ambush us before we murdered it.
Mm-hmm.
It did come down from above, yes.
So, well,
I mean, I feel like shouting would be rude. I don't suppose she could come down because she's busy. So is there some other way we can go up?
Well, not to bring a climbing device with you?
Like
I'm ready.
Like a ladder?
Yeah, some rope.
Yes, like a ladder.
Did not bring a ladder.
No. I think there are certain places it just would not have gotten through had we even brought one.
We have rope.
Likely.
But yes, we have rope. Some good climbers.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go up with your rope, and I'll drop it down, and then you can climb up.
Because she's like up on a ledge somewhere.
she's
I thought she was floating in the middle of the air.
Yeah, but this is like a flat plane up here, basically a level, and then it kind of slopes off. Use some little Madden tricks here, and so like
it's like a
here
45
like
degree
flat.
angle. Yeah.
Where she
Gotcha. And we're climbing
right, and then
slope.
this is like slopes down. Yeah,
Got it.
And
Yeah,
then
no,
it
that'd
slips
be
back
great.
in, right? So we just need to get up to that 45 and then we're on the roof.
right. Well,
Got it.
yeah, but it still slopes pretty steeply.
No, okay.
Yeah, it'd be good to still have rope. Okay.
Steep roof.
Sounds great. We give him rope, plenty of it, however much he needs. I mean, how
much?
how far do we estimate it is total?
It's probably a good 100 feet to the top.
I have 90 feet.
Do I have any?
I have standard explorer's pack.
3.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
have,
we've got enough we can tie together.
Okay. Yeah. So he takes your tied up rope and he floats up. It takes him a little bit of time to go up because he doesn't move up fast. But eventually he gets up to a level, and then the rope comes down.
Look to see if he secured it.
He's got it in his hands.
I'll
Look
start.
to see how strong he is.
I'll start.
tug on it.
Like, is it going to support any of their weight?
Can he hold me?
Should like the other
I mean,
40
it doesn't seem like it.
some odd Gith go hold him?
All float up.
It's just like hold on to him, keep him from falling off. Is there is there some way to maybe attach that up there, tie it off so it doesn't so we don't pull you down?
Oh, you don't need to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
And Rowan goes.
Start climbing.
After you, Rowan.
Okay. Yeah, so you start climbing, and for whatever reason, it does seem like he's got something in place because he doesn't come toppling over the side or anything.
Good.
And you climb on up very slowly, or maybe quickly. I don't know how quickly you climb.
That was his other character.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but eventually you get up. You get up, and if you take your time, and everybody does this, eventually you all get up to the top. And we're not doing it quickly because you're all a little tired, and so you might slip a little bit, and that would not be great. So, but eventually, yeah, you get to the top there. And like I said, it's a level, very smooth platform. And there's plenty of space up here. So you get the impression that actually all the Gith who traveled probably just stood up here when this thing transported. So it's not like there's actually anything. It's not like inside of a spaceship that's under you. This is like, this is clearly just this piece that's up here. But yeah, do what?
There is no inside.
There's no inside.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, so she's sitting up here floating, and she's, as you see, she's like moving things around, and you can see like there is an etched circle up here, clearly magic. You've actually seen Ephesus inscribe something similar to this before.
Teleportation.
And it's bigger than the teleportation circle that Ephesus inscribed, but it's still clearly like some kind of teleportation circle. And she's hovering above it, and she's, like I said, she's just moving things around. And so as you approach her, she doesn't really seem to notice that you're there as you approach.
I'll start studying the sigils.
Okay. Should I figure out how to get to limbo?
Yeah, someday.
Yeah. Yeah. But she, so she's just sitting there, and so Greth approaches and says, great Anarch. And then after he says it in common, he wait. And so then he says something, starts speaking in Gith. So does that spell, Mike, lets y'all understand Gith, or is it he's understanding common?
Neither.
We just understand what he says, regardless of language, and he understands all languages.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, so he said something that you understand, and then he switches to obviously something else, but you still understand it because of tongues. But clearly he's speaking Gith too, and so she kind of looks over at you and, what is it that you want here?
We wish to accompany you to where the Illithid are, and we are very weary. We've been walking for a long time, and we understand that you are eager. If we are able to rest for a short time before embarking, then we will. But if you are certain that you must go now, then we hope that we can come with you.
But we are very, very weary. It's been a very long day of Illithid killing and travel. So, I mean, of course, how exhausting that can be. Though, I mean, this looks very tiring. We would hate to delay you, but rested, we would be able to kill many more Illithid, or at least more effectively.
You have slain Illithid?
Yes.
On the way here, in fact.
Is Illithid like deer? The plural is the same as the singular? So we're not lying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Although if you say mind flayers, then you have to go plural flayers.
Right. That's why we're using Illithid.
Yeah, use Illithid. Because it's,
that was his name, right? That's who he killed?
The last one we fought dropped down from above, and Wigbit and I dispatched in the blink of an eye.
The blink of an eye.
Yes.
Yes, Rowan drove his glaive into its abdomen, and then Wigbit dispatched it with a blow with his pickaxe.
You are one of the dwarf people.
I am Drak Trollbleeder of Angrist. That's all.
And this Angrist is a haven of Illithid killers?
It's a
Or maybe
dwarves. We kill everything that's evil in the Underdark.
everything. Evidently not.
Hmm?
Evidently not. So these Illithid would be dead and we would not be here.
I think he means anything, not everything, because that would be impossible.
The Illithid are powerful foes. They're not to be taken.
They're not.
Powerful?
No, they are powerful and they're not to be taken lightly.
Which is why it would be so helpful to have 4 more to go with the Rrakkma and to help.
4 more is going to make a difference.
Well, if it's us.
These will.
So you've killed many Illithid then?
What's my bluff?
Go for it. Don't look. I'm hiding behind Rowan.
I mean, we've certainly killed our share.
We have not encountered a Illithid together until today. But we slew that one, and we have killed many light dwellers before we came below. This is their first time in the Underdark. They haven't had an opportunity to fight a Illithid.
So I have not seen one until this day.
What about Githyanki? What about Githyanki?
We do not kill them.
You do not kill them?
What is your question about them?
What do you do with them then?
What?
You imprison them?
No, we do not do anything to them.
I look around. I thought you were all Gith.
We are all...
We are from the surface of this world.
We're all light dwellers.
Do not know of the things that happen underneath, or did not. We are learning quite a bit.
Are there no Githyanki down here? I thought the whole Rrakkma thing was the
Combo.
two
We are
Gith coming together.
They're
Githzerai.
Githzerai.
We are Githzerai.
Oh,
You ignorant cretin. These are the people you bring to me, Greth? These are the people that are going to help us slay Illithid?
What about the and I the word of the thing?
Rrakkma?
No, there's another
What?
word. The combination of the two, the Harasma or something. Isn't there
Oh.
something?
Right, the Rrakkma's the hunting party.
Yeah. What's the
The Shasa cow?
Shasha
Yeah,
Sal.
the Shasa cow.
Shouts out cow.
We thought you were the Shasa cow crew.
The Shasa cow? They are misguided. They are
Yeah, they are.
misguided.
I just thought we stumbled on them. They're
There's no reunification with the Githyanki. They are a evil being that needs to be wiped from this earth, much as these
What if
Illithid.
they kill a Illithid? Anyway,
They do-
you want us for killing a Illithid. You don't want us for inter-Gith cultural relationships. You want us
I do not want.
with you.
I do not want you. I do not want you at all, dwarf. I did not ask you to come here. I did not ask you to come up
You
here.
do want us. You want us. We'll bring the gods of war with us. We will destroy these things. We'll make them bleed. We will smash their brains out and roast them on a fire.
What he means to say,
We will leave their towns a ruin. We will destroy their evidence of their existence. There will be nothing left but stories. And they will not be told by them, for we shall leave no survivors.
what he means to say is that the one we are searching for, we believe we will find with the large number of Illithid that you are on your way to. And as long as our goals, as long as the things we are trying to do are parallel, then we would like to come along with you. And we will do everything we can to destroy all the Illithid that we see along the way. And hopefully we will find the person we are looking for, and then we'll be able to leave this place. So, we believe we have at least a mutual task for the time being. As far as our killing Illithid, you can ask Dak how proficient we are at that, and determine if you think that will be helpful. And if you do not wish us to come along with you, then we will continue on our own to that same place. We will do what we can to find it. We will kill all the Illithid there. We will find the person we came for, and we will take her and we will leave.
Make a diplomacy check.
Aha. That's not a skill.
Persuasion?
Persuasion?
Wrong edition.
Make a
Alrighty.
persuasion
Here's a
check.
persuasion check.
all the additions.
Nice.
That's a big number.
Josh did roll it.
Yeah.
25.
Yep, 25.
And he is Rowan of the Southward.
Surge of the paddlers.
Awesome. This guy
Minori in single combat.
from a slummy part of a mid-sized city
Yep, that's me.
on the surface of a medium-sized planet.
She looks at Greth and says, "They are in your charge. If they get in the way, then you dispose of them."
Well, then we won't get in the way. Perfect. Thank you.
Certainly not.
She closes her eyes and goes back to moving things around. And Greth kind of points back off to the side of the citadel. I think we should probably leave now.
Oh yes. Yeah. Certainly.
Go there.
So you climb back down. And if I make an insight check.
I was trying to be fancy. Oh well.
No fancy.
No fancy. Oh, these good rolls though.
Man,
Dang.
Yeah, I hadn't put that on my character sheet
Good
yet.
rolls. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. So yeah, you all are insightful enough that Dak doesn't really look it, but you can tell his body language. He looks very perturbed, maybe a little. He's a little anxious now, much more so than when y'all actually first entered. Like he was more relaxed when y'all came in, and now he seems to be a little more upset, I guess is probably the word.
Is
Is it because he realizes we've been lying to him?
Greth still with us?
Greth is still with you, yes.
Greth, we've had trouble communicating with Dak. Would you mind asking him what's wrong? He seems uneasy. And unfortunately, our mode of communication has been poor at best.
So he says something to Dak, and you all, without an insight check, realize as soon as he says something to Dak gets that I count my hand in the cookie jar type look to him, and he gives the universal like, no, I'm fine, and so he says he is okay.
Oh,
Maybe he is just tired, like you spoke of earlier.
yes, he does seem much more tired than us. We are quite tired ourselves.
Do you guys have the ability to communicate down here, like across long distances?
What do you mean?
Like talk to somebody
our
far away?
In Underdark, due to the fractured nature of the place, he's wondering if you can work around that.
I mean, I can yell across the cavern to someone.
Oh, no, like-
very, very loud and
I think that's a no.
loud voice.
Like magical communication.
Oh no, that is not what I do. That as Anarchadaka may have such power. Though I don't think we should go back up and ask her right
I
now.
don't think we're
No, no.
You don't
Maybe
think so?
maybe
think
when we come back,
Oh,
we
okay.
can ask her.
or we could just not worry about it.
I mean, if we come back with enough trophies, I guess, right?
Some of our greatest
good.
warriors are. We got separated.
Oh, yeah. Well,
There are more of you?
there are.
Yes.
Why did you not speak of this before? What?
They went the other way.
Yes, they took a different path. We were trying to find the right path.
We had to split up.
We were making our search more efficient, and they went another way. And
Oh, so you are a what do they call it? A scouting party.
Yeah.
I
Sounds about right.
suppose we were. Yes.
Oh, so there are many more like you out there, and we should wait for. Yes.
4 more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
that is-
One more.
Yes. Well, 5 more.
What'd you say?
One
Five.
very powerful. Far
Two.
beyond. Far
Five,
beyond all of us.
Two seem pretty powerful.
At least one.
Kalasi seemed to be able to kill Illithid on her
There's a
own.
warrior that joined us, killed an Illithid in single combat.
And a great wizard.
This is what you call a large force.
One, it's us. Yes. It doesn't really take many of us.
Large enough.
Oh, we shall see then. I can't wait to see you in action, as they say.
We're
I am
excited
excited.
as well. And tired.
What is our
Especially-
power level?
Excited and tired.
Here.
Especially you, Wigbit. The stories of you have spread throughout camp already. I do not know why this dwarf hangs this banner. No offense, Rowan, but it seems like Wigbit should have his banner as well. Do you have your bannerman as well, or was he slain in battle with you?
Oh no. Yeah, I should probably get a banner. I'll look
You
into
could have
it.
that one.
No, he can't. Give it back.
I do need a banner.
If anybody watches this and they want to make Rowan's banner, it has a tree and a glaive on it, but I don't really know what else. I'm not really attached to the tree and the glaive, so if you've got a better idea.
So, he says, well, we never really got a clear answer on if we were going to wait or not.
She didn't say no.
She didn't.
And if our friends are able to make it by tomorrow, then, I mean, we are quite powerful, but some of them are equally so, at least.
So you believe it is worth the wait?
Yes, I mean, at worst, we're fresh and ready to go tomorrow, and we travel and we kill many Illithid. And at best, our friends show up, and then we travel and kill many Illithid. So I think that's a positive all around.
The plan we had made was if they didn't find anything, they would come back and take the path that we had taken. So, assuming they found nothing, they should be behind us by no more than a day.
And if they found something,
Well, then we may not see them for some time.
All right. Then I will see what I can do with the rest of the Rrakkma.
Thank you.
If you want to try to find somewhere to get some rest, then by all means.
Yes.
Any particular place you would recommend?
Oh, not over there. And he points to where some fellows are working out. and not over there.
What are they doing? Can you describe? What are they lifting rocks with their mind? What?
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have said working out. They are combating. They are
Okay.
training. Yeah. But he does actually point to another group, and they are actually sitting sort of meditatively. But you do actually see some things being lifted, like as they are lifting them and dropping them, and so he's so. Maybe back towards where you came in might be the safest place.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Like a couple hours back towards where we came in?
They don't know what hours are.
Couple hours.
Like we should go
No more than 2 hours.
What direction are we going to be going tomorrow? Could we go 2 hours in that direction?
But no,
At least.
I think we could, and I just kind of point up to the entrance where we came in, like just up there. Can we just sleep there?
Yes.
Perfect. Good.
That's yeah, right. 2 hours over there. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. And I head back up and I start settling down.
Aren't we a little worried about our ability to get rest here?
Yes, but we can at least try.
We can try.
There's no rest in this place.
What's the... What are we doing then? Why are we waiting? We got to get real rest. Sleep.
A couple hours toward the Illithid encampment sounds like the best idea. A couple hours.
But if this group starts moving, I don't think they're going to just stop because we need to rest then.
A couple hours.
But if this group starts
We
moving,
need to get away from this thing. This thing is...
No, we go now. We get out a couple hours ahead of everybody else. And then we rest.
we can try, I guess.
In terms of bad ideas,
It is one.
It's the best
Full of
one.
them?
if we go back, then we're going to put ourselves 4 hours out of the way, and then we're not going to be in the battle.
Oh, no, I just planned on sleeping, right where the entrance opened up from where we came from.
It's too close. We won't be able to get rest there.
I'm so tired. Okay.
Johnny, am I wrong? That was our impression, was being just close to this thing was the problem? That was the impression that Dak gave us, right?
Yeah, you definitely felt like that being within like an hour of here, you felt very uncomfortable and uneasy, and you didn't feel like you could get any rest there.
Yeah.
But you were also worried that when you were marching before that, because you were after like 8 hours or 8 hours or so of marching, you were like, you need to find somewhere to rest. And you were still having a hard time doing the whole long resting in the passages of the Underdark.
So we're just
So we
straight screwed, right?
So we got to spend more than a day walking backwards.
and then we'll walk a day forward, and then we can walk a day backward again.
Right.
We're not made for down here.
Nope.
Not gonna work out.
Nope.
So we might as well
There's a spell for this. We just don't have it.
might as well try and sleep here, I guess.
Right?
Rest. So Dak says.
Can you rest here, Dak?
Greth, can you ask Dak if he can rest you? Wait, Greth, can you rest here?
So Greth speaks to Dak, and then when you say that to Greth, he's like, well, yes, why should we not be able to rest here?
Oh, it's more difficult for us, is all.
But yes, the energy of the Underdark and the energy of this mighty, fascinating way that you travel, I think creates some energy that makes it difficult for us to rest.
Oh. That's a bummer.
Shitty.
Yes, that is shit.
Yeah.
Tea. Shit tea.
Shitty.
Shit tea. Yes.
Yes. All right. Oh,
Maybe
don't.
maybe we're gonna head out, and he actually points at another. You see, there's another passageway. It's pretty large. He like points that way and says, "That's the direction we go."
Well,
I think we go that way.
That is,
Try to get it far enough away and see if we can sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll describe Ephelis, Caliph. What's her face?
Geralda.
Geralda. Who else? There was one more that went with them.
no, it was those three.
Dax just refused. Yeah, I'll describe the three of them. Like, those are our friends who may be following behind us. We're gonna see if we can get far enough that way, and we'll see you tomorrow when you go that way.
All right.
yes.
Whatever this tomorrow is, I will see you.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. We'll see you later.
Yes, later.
All right. We force march.
We're going down that way.
And Dax says something to Greth. And he looks at y'all and he starts walking with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Slowly, half speed.
He's responsible for us. He's
going with you.
All right.
You gonna
Yeah.
carry him, Rowan?
Sure. Hop on.
Yeah, and that's right. That's what we did. He did do that.
Right,
Yeah.
because he was going half speed otherwise.
So as soon as you make that motion, he jumps on.
All right.
Yeah, no, he better.
We begin to walk.
Yeah. So are we gonna walk until we don't feel that uneasy feeling anymore?
That
Yep.
is correct.
Sure.
Okay. So after an
Or
hour,
until we get to where the path diverges and we don't know which way they're going.
Let's hope not.
actually, it for the first hour, it's you're certain that you're going the right way. I mean, there's a couple other smaller passages, but you think that like the entire Rrakkma going down some of those passageways would probably have a really tough time. So you're pretty certain.
Some idea, but side passages are.
Say again.
And Grath probably has some idea that side passages are not
Right.
over their head.
Yeah. But at the end of that hour, everybody make a Constitution save.
+4.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Is it a save or is it a check? I can't remember.
It's a save.
Yeah.
Is
Also,
it a save? Well, not. Yeah.
I'll take a 28.
It's a pretty good roll.
19.
26.
No, it's +4. It's 30. Or is that with your +4?
Oh, that's right. 30. I'll like the 30.
Yeah.
30.
Are we at disadvantage on this yet or no?
No, that's level 3 exhaustion.
All right.
We get
What's-
there, we're in big trouble.
But we're on hour 3 half. So, yeah, you need a 13 on this one.
All for
Everybody get 13.
Yep.
Okay. So the end of that hour where you feel a little more tired, but you don't feel uneasy anymore.
Collapse. Immediately just collapse.
Right next to him.
On the ground.
Don't even get out the bedroll. Just take my pack. It is now a pillow.
In this passageway?
Yep. Right
Yeah.
in the middle of it.
Yeah, exhaustion. I mean, I'll look up and down the passageway, but
I mean, we gotta make
this has
sure
been a
they
lot
don't-
of forced march.
and we got to make sure they don't miss us.
That's true. We will be hard to miss.
Pile of.
I look around to see if there's any side passages nearby.
I want to roll a die.
To see if we.
Ooh. You don't see any in the immediate vicinity.
I'll range out 10 minutes.
You what?
I'll range out 10 minutes in either direction.
Okay.
Scouting.
You do find, I mean, just like every time else, you do find passageways,
All right.
smaller, some little alcoves.
That's what we need, is a little passageway that dead ends.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely are able to find one of those.
All right. I'm going to find
Right
it,
back.
mark it, and then go back and get them.
Okay. So 10 minutes out, 10 minutes back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're just getting settled in, and I say, we're not resting here. Come on.
Ravi complains.
Carry him.
Probably doesn't-
Carry
yeah.
everybody.
Carry everybody.
I'll get up.
All right.
But Ravi, I'm sure, is complaining, whining a little bit.
Dragon. It's fine.
So you'll go 10 minutes.
10
back
more
in.
words.
Oh,
So half an hour back in. Okay.
long 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So eventually you get back to where the rock had marked.
And we set up camp there.
Okay.
Ravi, how would you have reacted to Durak coming back and saying we need to walk 10 more
10
minutes?
10. What's wrong with this? This is fine. And then, why do we need to walk 10 more minutes?
It won't take long. It's only 40 Gerflins. You can do it.
But I mean, why do we need to go 10 more minutes? What's wrong with
We
here?
found a small passage so we could get out of the main passage.
But then they won't see us. I thought that was the whole point.
I'll stay near the opening so they'll see me.
Fine. Get up very slowly and put my pack back on. And
I'll carry your pack.
no, I can do it.
Do it.
And start trudging along.
All right, that's about what I described. I feel vindicated.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good. That right on
I
the
described how Ravi reacted.
Yep,
You did it better, of course, but
pretty correct.
Nice.
forced march ends.
Yep.
After 10 more minutes.
We rest.
10 more minutes. Okay.
Try.
Blast the pot.
Hunker down. So, after an hour, you do feel short rested,
Mm-hmm.
which I know is not what you're necessarily going for, but I was just saying, the short rest. The short
Yeah.
rest did happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, but we're hunkering down for the long rest, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Trying.
Okay. Just in case.
What was that for?
The hit die.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
in case.
You never know. Yeah, let me throw one of those down.
Oh, duh.
So you rest of an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Robbie's rolling to die.
Just getting hit points back after the first hour.
Okay, that's what I figured. 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours.
And
You feel like that's the long rest period, but you don't feel really long rested right now.
No.
we still feel kind of exhausted.
Yep. Because
It might just be one of those you just need to rest longer. Like it could just be like you just haven't laid here long enough.
I mean, that's how Robbie's feeling.
Let's
Maybe
try it.
Maybe it hasn't been 8 hours. Maybe it's been 4 hours, and it just seems like 8 because you're in the Underdark. You know,
And we're not doing anything. No, that sounds fine to Robbie. Robbie's just laying there.
And now we can just kind of rest lightly.
Half of the army,
The
right?
army comes by.
I mean, I assume we hear them. And you said you were going to stay kind of close to the
Yeah, I'm
entrance
gonna stay
or the path.
right by the end of this side passage so that I can't possibly
Miss them.
not be seen.
Okay.
Yeah, we continue resting. It's only been 4 hours.
Oh man, I'm rolling some crappy rolls tonight.
For who?
So you I know, right? So you lay there some amount of time longer. At this point, you're not really sure. Everybody make a Constitution save.
+4.
Yep. Always.
Yep.
Yes, you're wondering.
Ooh. 14.
Oh yeah, right. Y'all are all +4. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So after some amount of time longer, you feel rejuvenated, and you feel like you've gotten the effect of a long rest.
Ooh.
Maybe long rests just take longer.
That's right. That's
Or
all
maybe
it is.
we just don't
Maybe that
understand
was 8
time.
hours.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. That was 8 hours.
And Dak made his roll as well.
Oh, that's good. Now he's only got one level of exhaustion.
You only got one level of exhaustion.
He's doing great.
I mean,
he's not
disadvantage on
slow.
ability check. All right.
That's right. It's not like he was using a lot of those.
Keep resting. Let's do it again. Maybe that's how it works down here.
You just keep resting, and every few hours, suddenly you feel better. I mean, we're waiting anyways, so.
So just waiting for
That was the plan.
it's actually not long. It's not long thereafter. Actually, Rowan, since you were there, you see a couple of Gith approaching from the correct direction.
Oh, good. All right, step by into the passage.
And they give you yep.
Yep.
And they start talking in Gith, which you don't understand. But then Dak comes out and he starts talking. And everybody roll an insight check.
Insight.
Do we get +4 on this also?
No, just saves.
Just saving throws. All right.
Rowan's paying attention.
Yep.
Yep.
He's got a 24. I'm 18.
I'm 12.
I'm 14.
Ooh. I'm 7.
One of us knows.
You all notice it.
I said one. Some of us know what's going on.
So there's a. Shall this roll? Yeah. You all detect as Dak is talking to these two, there's a familiarity with how they're talking. It's more than just a, hey, you're a Gith, I'm a Gith. It's clear that he knows these folks that he's talking to, and just by like his body language and like gestures and things, they're talking about something. Obviously, you can't understand what it is, but clearly they're having a conversation about something more than just, hey, we're resting here waiting for you guys to come.
He's got friends.
Yeah, friends or family or something.
Yeah, that was good.
It's nice.
What'd you say?
Hope they don't die.
I hope Dak doesn't die.
Yeah, Dak.
And they continue to talk, and at some point, you think the conversation turns a little bit serious. Not like they're about to come to blows, but like,
We're all going to
the
die.
tone is kind of really serious when they're talking. And then Dak starts pointing like both ways. And then he points the direction that y'all came from, and then kind of does the universal shrug of his shoulders type thing. And then points the other way, and then says some other things. And then about that time, y'all hear some other Gith approaching. And then as soon as they see those other Gith approaching, their conversation immediately cuts off. And those two kind of scurry up the passageway, like very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dak just stands there real stiffly, waiting for the rest of the Gith to get up here.
We wait.
And so eventually you see Greth come up, and he starts to talk to you, and just having a big old conversation with you, and you don't understand a word of it.
Good day, Gruff. Which she doesn't understand.
No.
Right, yeah. So there's, I mean, he's, there's a lot of Greth talk going on right now, and Githy Greth talk.
We don't we don't understand today.
Only some days do you.
I just point down the direction they're heading.
Greth had some broken comment, right?
He did. But he didn't think he had to speak it.
Right, because he had
Right.
Why would he need to use that?
Yeah. And so Dak clearly says something to him, and then Greth says, "So, Rrakkma. So, seekers." He looks at Dak and points to you. Seekers.
Yes.
The Rrakkma
Yes.
is to war.
To war. Oh gosh. Yes.
So he turns around and starts to march.
There we go. I assume we're at the head of it because Rowan's leading.
Yes.
Most of the so if you waited for Greth though, then a lot of the Rrakkma has already passed.
Oh, we pushed
Now that
past
Greth
them.
is here, we move up to the front of the parade.
Right. We shove people out of the way.
Excuse me, coming through. Yep.
We need to be in front.
Gotta get up
Get towards the front again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna let the battle start without it there.
No.
The battle don't start till we walk in.
And then it immediately starts.
That's right.
After some pre.
Right, that's true. There is a lot of preamble when y'all fight.
Preamble?
Yes.
Hope Darok has his speeches ready for tonight. Yeah.
Tonight. Thanks. Hint. It's a day.
Every day. But yeah, so you march for a while. Again, there are side tunnels, side passages. And at some point there's a commotion, kind of back towards the back. So you're in the front, and this is going on near the back. And when you there's a pause, of course, and then the Gith all start to kind of organize themselves, expecting like something to happen. But then eventually the call comes up to where you are to like basically continue marching. And so the guys that are behind you like continue to march forward, but then when you don't immediately move, they stop.
I'll keep going.
All right, I think we're supposed to go now.
Yeah.
And Josh would go.
Yeah. I presume.
Rowan would go.
Rowan's going. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, he's going.
All right. Okay. So you avoid the big battle and you keep marching. Wait, what?
We walked right past it.
You walk right past the big battle, just ignored everything. Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, my audio was off, wasn't
But
it?
yeah, so you march.
We
Said
might.
if-
I wasn't sure if it was me or not, so that's why. I
Oh,
didn't
no,
say
it was me.
anything.
I said if we missed the big battle, I'd just start swinging again.
Okay. There was a commotion behind you.
There was? Okay. Whatever. A
And
Gith,
then
a Gith language
after
motion.
like a brief pause, they tell you to, or the signal comes up to continue marching and to continue marching.
Good.
So, so you march and 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 you march. At some point, there's another commotion, like somewhere near the back. And again, everybody pauses. The Rrakkma kind of gets in there, ready to fight mode. And then after a couple of, after about a minute or so, the call comes up and they start to want to march again.
Is this something?
Some of y'all are gonna march. Like they're not gonna push past you. That's what I'm saying.
Is this something
They like go to march and they stop.
we should be worried about? I guess is everything fine? A deck.
Dak,
Right, that.
Okay.
Robbie,
Yes. I point back and what's happening back there?
Rrakkma.
Okay. I just keep walking.
It's just how they operate.
He's getting more and more defeated. This place is horrible. Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So at some point you actually get that feeling that you're nearing the end of like your march time. Like you're starting to feel that, oh, I'm getting close to exhaustion time. And then about that time, the passageway splits, and it's a clear split. And they're both look like fairly well-traveled, well, not well-traveled, but they clearly could hold, marching armies or whatever. And so you're at the front.
Yep.
Look behind us.
And so
Greth? Greth?
So when you're at Greth calling, and then Dak like points back in the direction of Greth, and then is like motioning for you to come on.
We shuffle back.
Go back to Greth.
Okay. There, see, you shuffle back towards Greth. So when you get like near the back, near where Greth is, you actually come by some Gith that are a little beat up. They got some cuts and some bruises and some otherwise, they obviously something has hit them. But they're, they're walking, they're fine. They're not bloodied or anything. They are beat up, and you didn't see anybody that was beat up when they were marching by you earlier.
Not getting amped up for the fight.
Yeah.
But you get to Greth. So why stop? Why stop?
Two ways.
Which way?
And he turns towards the other one that looks like, the other Gith that looks in command, and they start having a conversation in Gith. And then they talk for a minute. And then Dax just standing there beside you, like, shaking his head. And then after a good solid minute of conversation, Dak, like, kind of almost bows towards them too and gives them, like, the honor chest thing. And then they both turn and they look at him, and then they look at you, and they all give you the honorable chest, bow down.
Do the same thing.
And then Dak turns to you all and he smiles and nods his head, and he turns around and heads back towards the front.
What just happened?
All right, follow.
Follow Dak.
Follow Dak.
I ask, why injured? And I point to some of those that are injured.
Who do you ask that?
To Greth.
Oh, just a minor disturbance. Nothing. They were big lizard people. Lizard, I think that's what you called them. They.
So I know what those are. Right? I fight these.
I mean, you fought lizard men before.
Oh yeah.
If that's what they're describing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lizard people. Yeah.
They try
Not quite like the old Underdark that you described, but
What are they doing down here?
yes, lizard. They all kind of blended into the rock. Hard to see.
I can't believe that they'd attack a marching army.
They seem to be hungry. Hungry, yes. They seem to want to eat. They did not.
No, I suppose they didn't. Huh. So which path?
So I thought that Dak had already. Dak's like kind of gone all the way back up. Dak has requested the honor of leading this will be a lot easier if you. There's two paths. One path leads to the Illithid, and the other path leads to the Illithid. And yes, you are going to be what is the word when you're like, they think you're coming from one direction, but you're really coming from the other one. What's the
We're the diversion.
Yes, you are a divergent. Yes. You are the divergence. Yes. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, it's a good thing Ravi already went with Dak. He didn't need to hear that.
So we'll catch up.
Yes. So you catch back up to Dak.
It's just it's a
And
pincher.
That's right.
do what?
It's a pincher move. We're the main force.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course we are.
They may
And so,
not know that yet.
And so there's a kind of a right and a left. And so Dak starts to head down the right passageway. And then you see like the guys that are in the front, they start to head down the left passageway. And you can notice that the left passageway, with your dark sight, if you're seeing that far, you can see that it's after about 50 feet or so, it slopes down pretty severely. And that's the one they're heading down. But yours, it's fairly flat from where you are.
Well, I follow Dak.
Dak? Pointing toward the other tunnel. Dak?
Yeah, because I guess Rowan and I went ahead. We didn't hear the plan.
I catch up.
He points down the right tunnel.
Say, Dak, you're going to bring us much honor today.
Dak's gonna bring us honor?
What? Why
Why are they going that way?
Honor.
Why are we going this way?
We're going this way. We're going to distract the Illithid, and they're going to sneak up behind them.
So we're the vanguard.
We're not the vanguard so much as the diversion. The battle's not coming behind us. They're coming from over there.
We're the vanguard.
Let's go kill some Illithid.
All right, we head down. I assume it's just the 5 of us.
It is just the 5 of you.
Excellent.
I mean, you're the divergence. So,
That's
you gotta
right.
do your thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't
So-
overhype ourselves.
I mean, you did
Although-
hype yourself.
Many
All the
Illithid,
they're all
definitely
gonna
did.
be dead when we get there.
Yeah,
Let me
but
just
yeah, they're
It'll be great.
gonna get no honor because we're gonna take all of it.
I'll just remind you guys, the one thing I don't resist is psychic. So just
Yeah.
so we're all clear.
Right.
I resist all forms of damage except for psychic.
I don't see that being a problem.
I think that'll be fine.
Illithid or yeah.
No, it'll be fine.
No, they just suck your brains out. There's nothing
Right.
psychic. Man. Come on.
Didn't they do psychic before? I feel like the one time they.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they did.
definitely. Definitely.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're fine. So, can y'all see the thing that I put up?
It is entirely black.
Black
Yeah,
Glob.
that's
Very left.
Huh?
On the very left, it is not black.
Oh, that's right. Josh is on top of that. Let me move him.
Oh,
Yep.
I gotta move all
Yeah,
of you.
so go to the
You guys now
left
go to
side
the
of
right
the
side.
screen. So do I have to put your tokens on here? Is that how that works?
We can drag our own, I believe.
How?
You drag your own?
You just go to the journal, and mine's in the black now.
Oh,
Sorry, Johnny. Did you get it for me? You should see it. It's
please give me my token.
Yeah, there you are.
yeah. I'm in like the middle of it. That's where I'm starting. That's okay.
I would like my token, please.
There you go.
Yeah, like that. So yeah, you just drag it from the journal to not the blackness.
I don't feel like I can do that.
I don't think I can do that either.
No, like you click your name and drag and bring it over.
Your name?
Yeah, like click your name, hold down, drag, and bring it over. Now there's 2 of me.
That was me.
Oh, what? No, that's you. Well, that is you.
Oh wait. Oh,
Yeah.
am I in there?
Yep. No, there's 2 of me now. Is that okay, Johnny?
Kill
No,
one.
no, it's not. It's
Okay,
not.
I guess I'll delete one.
You're a
You gotta
fireball.
die.
All right, wait.
Okay, there's only 1 of me.
All right.
Am I large? I can't tell right now.
No, I think we should be normal sized. I think we're only 1 square.
Where's? I don't think you're large.
What?
All right.
What is it with you guys want to be so big? Come on.
Are we that big?
No, you're not.
Okay.
I'll just keep acting like you're. Let's see if I did all right. Let's see. Hey, there's Dak. So you're approaching from that direction, and you're not quite there yet. But
We'll be there.
sometimes I get a little carried away with my maps. So I'm guessing Roland is first, and it is 10 feet wide, so you are able to
So I'm
able to walk two abreast.
I'm up there. Somebody might be next to me.
Yeah, Wigbit is.
All right.
Things in there.
It looks like Dak is back with me and Darak.
Dak would be. So as you get, let's say, 60 feet away, because that's our dark vision, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What if we don't have dark vision? What are we're doing?
Then you can see
Kind of
40
stumbling
feet.
around a little bit, I think. Yeah.
Do we have a light source, or am I using torches? Is that? Do Giths see in the dark? Do the Giths have dark vision?
He does not actually. So he's
Okay.
with you.
So they had light, I assume, back at the Citadel
They
and
did
with the war
They
party.
did. They did.
Were they doing it magically, or were they doing it some other way?
They were actually just carrying torches. Although you got the impression that like Greth and the other one could probably do something about it, but they were just letting them carry the torches.
Okay.
1, 2. All right. So as you get within 60 for Darkside, you can see that it opens up into clearly a cavern of some sort. And then I'm assuming as you start to get closer to it, okay, can I do this? Can I do this? No. Did I do this right? Ah.
Yep.
Okay. So that's as you're approaching and you get to there, and then you see
Oh.
An
Those.
ally.
some things.
2 allies.
Yeah, so I guess if you are still, I guess you're 50 feet away, you can see
Those things.
there's 2 fellows there. Yep, and can you tell what they are? You've actually fought them before.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
the Grimlocks.
Yeah.
But if you want big temporarily,
Blow it up, make everybody see
Well,
it.
would we be able to see it in the darkness?
I
I mean, like the darkness of the Roll20 screen?
I don't know.
We'll find out. Bigify it.
There's so many.
Black lighter.
See if I can do this. I'll make it bigger. Okay, there we go.
Ooh.
okay.
I mean, we were going to see that anyways, right? So,
Right. Yeah, you're approaching. You're approaching. I don't know how to make it. Hold on.
Yeah, just like hover. What is it? You hover over, click on one of those dudes.
yeah, I think you click on it and then you should be able to drag the corner. I think.
Yeah.
Isn't there just like the temporary, like, oh, here's a big view of this?
Oh, yes, but that's just for your screen. So you can hold down Z like that.
Oh, that does that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
we can't do that. Yeah, that thing looks friendly.
So
Yeah.
that,
So you fought these with the.
Last Mind Flayer?
Yeah,
What's-
when you fought the Mind Flayer, there were 4 of these guys, and they were missing. You could tell they were actually they had really no eyeballs. But
Unfortunately.
they seem to have no problems detecting your presence. So you get up to there. The other thing you notice, those of you that can see from, I guess you're 40 feet away, is that they look ready.
good.
Like they look ready. I mean they have these spiked bone clubs and they're raised and they're garbling in whatever undercommon. Anybody speaks undercommon.
Nope.
I think we just established nobody speaks undercommon. So they're clearly garbling and just. And they're when they seem to definitely be ready. And as you get within 30 feet, their heads kind of like snap right towards like the passageway, and they raise their weapons.
Well, we're ready. You raise our weapon.
I
Yes.
think it's initiative time.
You want initiative now? That
And
seems
I'm going to
fair.
reveal.
That seems like a good time.
I'm going to reveal some more. So this will help you decide. Okay. Did my turn order work?
Whoa.
The Rrakkma.
I might have screwed it up because I get 2 rolls for initiative.
Initiative.
Wigbit's in there. Wigbit's in there. You got 17.
I am not in there.
I think mine said it didn't go to the turn tracker. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
neither did mine.
Well, darn it.
If you can't,
So I got him half right. I got him
Yeah.
half right then.
I mean, do you want
All right,
me to?
hold on.
Here, let me try this one and see if it goes. It's not gonna.
Oh, there you go. You just showed up.
All right, I can try
Can
again.
y'all see?
That's
Can y'all see the turn? Can y'all see the turn?
Yeah.
tracker?
Yep.
Okay.
that's not what I have. That's way worse than my.
That's not what.
No, my first one was 21, but it didn't go to the tracker, and now I have a 12.
Yeah.
Boo.
I'm still not on the tracker.
How'd you get it on, Josh?
I clicked my token first and then did my initiative roll.
Oh,
Yeah. So Steve, did you do that?
let me try
'Cause
that.
I made it a token action. Oh,
I'll take it. No,
There he is.
I'm on 13 for real.
oh, Rowan,
Oh, yeah.
it's made yours a 21.
I was going to say, look, yeah, looks like you can change it. So I should be 13.
I changed mine as well.
13.
You can change your own. Looks
Yeah.
like.
21.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. That's
All right.
done.
Ah, shoot. That's not what I wanted to do. Bear with me, folks. We're new at this. All right.
Oh,
These.
I'll take that. That's not too bad.
damage.
Yeah. that's-
Oh,
These guys go on. That's a big number. I don't know if you noticed that there was something else that revealed as you got closer.
Oh yeah, there's some
brains
The,
and
the
brains.
brain dogs?
with bird feet.
Brains with legs. Brains with legs. Yep.
Okay. Seems fine. That's why I'm in the back.
Don't see those yet. Perfectly okay with that.
I mean, I see them, but I'm in the back because you guys are in front of me.
So Rowan and them and Wigbit are all on 21. Robbie's on 13, 12, 9, and Dak is on 6.
Dak.
Dak's on 6. All right.
Dak was not ready.
So Dak was not. I mean, he thought he was ready.
Well,
He
it's
wasn't
probably
ready.
good. He really doesn't need to be up there right now. It looks like because he'll die.
6. All right. So I'll move the turnover over. Can y'all see the turnover if it's in the?
We move it independently of you.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. That's what I wanted to hear. All right. So it's Rowan, Wigbit, and these little brain-eating monsters.
Yay.
These things are tiny, by the way. Just so
Oh.
you're aware. So they're not big.
Oh, they're nothing. They'll be easy.
Stomp on.
Yeah, sure. They're all, but so everybody can see them. Yeah, they look like they definitely look like a brain on 4 legs.
That's pretty awesome.
They look edible.
All right.
You can fry it.
And you said we're 30 feet away from the front line of these dudes.
Yeah, so you started at 30 because that's when they noticed you.
Is that 30 from here, like where they are, or 30 from this opening?
That's 30 from these first 2 guys right here.
Okay,
So if you use 30 feet of movement, you will be like right beside that first guy.
right here where I'm pinging.
Yes.
Right.
Or where
Right.
Wigbit is.
Yeah.
Guess we're up here, huh, Wigbit?
That's where we're. That's what we're doing.
I mean, that's kind of figured you were going to do. But
Yeah. All right. You want to swing first? You want me to swing first? Go for it.
Yeah, I'll swing first. Am I not doing? All right, let's see. So let me try again because that might not be good enough. 16 to hit. I'm raging. Then I'll roll again anyways, just to make sure I don't crit. That's awful close. No, that's not close. All right, I'll do some slashing. So yeah, I'm starting to scream and draw all the attention of the cavern. Screaming like a hawk or something. And 14 slashing to this one right here.
Oh yeah. That one. Oh, where's my little thing? This is the frustrating part. Anyway, that one died.
Awesome. And I'll turn and squawk at the next one.
I'm looking for the little X to put over it, but it's not really.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can. Yeah, I'm raging.
Oh yep. Yeah.
And reckless. So yeah, I don't know what I should do with that. You can hit me more easily.
I mean, I will try to hit you, but I'm trying to.
Did I go grenade for reckless?
So wait. So okay. So you killed the guy up here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm turning. Yelling at the next one.
Okay. All right. And rolling.
I'm gonna take a swing at the guy right next to me. This guy right here.
Okay.
So first one.
There we go.
Is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
For 7 slashing.
I'll just move that one off the screen. Yep. Bloodied.
Okay. I'll swing at him again.
Okay.
That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
10 slashing.
I'll move him off the screen now. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll take my bonus.
All right.
I'll take my bonus at this guy.
This is where you flip the pommel over.
Yep. So flip the pommel around and yeah, just pop.
Hold the back of the glaive and just pop him in the face. Yep. Yeah.
That is only a 12.
That actually still hits.
Oh, okay. Cool. 6 bludgeoning for that guy. He gets
All right, and that guy is bloodied. That guy is bloodied as well.
Excellent. Good start.
If I could put the little bloody symbol over my wood, but for some reason I can't. So I'm gonna turn him sideways right now. There we go. He's bloodied.
For the
Here, I'll
Vanguard.
turn him upside down. There, he's bloody.
There you go. That's how I know he's bloody.
All right. Anything else? So you moved and attacked, bonuses or anything?
That was my bonus attack.
Okay. So the little brain monsters on 21 are going to move up.
Hey, I'll hit that guy.
Yeah, I know you will. This one is also moving up. I'll let you decide which one you're going to take your way on.
I'll do this one actually because it's coming at me.
Okay.
That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For 8 slashing.
Okay. It is not bloodied.
Okay.
And now... Sorry. On screen. Okay. So now... This is going to... So this one here... Nope. That one there that I clicked on, nothing happened. Damn. That one is going to eat. Well, so its claws come up to hit Wigbit. So...
Whoa!
Oh, I think it hit.
I rolled a
Do
crit.
it.
Yeah.
I think it hit.
Claws. I like
Oh,
claws.
boy. Crit.
As long as you're not attacking my brain yet.
Psychic claws.
No.
They might be.
Brain claws.
So I rolled those. So that was. So 8 and 5, so 13. Nope, 13 slashing damage.
All right.
So you'll take your 6.
Yep.
But then, after it slashes you, you need to make an
Oh no.
intelligence saving throw.
Plus 4.
Oh, intelligence. I'll take the 4 though. All right. 12.
I don't know about that.
Actually, 12 is the number.
Oh.
Right.
12 is the
Thank you,
number.
Rowan.
Paladin.
Thanks to you, buddy.
So,
I'm smart enough.
all right, so it after it clawed you, you felt you felt like it was attacking your brain.
Yeah.
And then the one beside it
I'm gonna
decided
go extra
that looks
nuts down
awesome.
here.
We're gonna do the same thing with the guy beside us. So we're gonna roll, and we're going to.
That looks like a
miss.
whiff.
That's good.
Take advantage though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say
and I'm
advantage.
assuming- Oh yeah, right. And I haven't set up my advantage things yet, so I'll just roll this and add 4 to that, whatever 4 that is. Hey,
Oh, do it again.
Oh
Bring it
no.
on.
Wow.
All right.
that was great. So I did 7, and then I'll tack on
A little more.
2 more of these guys. So 7 and 7, so 14 slashing damage.
All right.
So you take 7 more and make another intelligence saving throw.
All right.
DC 12.
Good one.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. This is
Great.
not
All right,
good.
so let me roll
That's
some of these.
Not happy in this place.
No.
So you're going to take 11 psychic damage.
Yeah.
Oh no, all 11.
And here's the real important thing that's going to happen.
Oh,
I'm gonna roll 3D. I'm gonna roll 3D6.
Yeah.
What's your intelligence score?
12 raw score. Yeah.
Okay, so if I roll a 12 or higher, this is gonna be really bad for Wigbit.
Sweet.
I'm gonna throw that out to the audience. Here we go.
No.
On 3d6.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, but I'll roll a 5.
All right.
Uh,
fun.
He's okay.
so yeah, that time that one clawed you, and then it got into your brain, and for a second there, you were like, "Oh, this is way worse than I thought it was going to be."
Get out of my brain. Oh no. I do not like this.
So then the 2 on the other side are like, "Hey, there's this guy with his glaive. Let's eat
Yeah,
him."
attack him. Yeah, eat him, please.
So
Crit him.
that is a 13.
Nope.
I don't have advantage on him though, so I get to roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
So 13 is a miss. Second attack with the claws from the other guy, and I'll do the other thing in a minute. It's really too bad because I'm rolling against Josh. Even digitally, I can't hit Josh.
Yep.
So the claws miss, but you need to make 2 intelligence saving throws, as they are trying to devour your brain.
Okay.
10.
Oh yeah, it's a 10.
Needed 12.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one.
Go ahead and roll the other one too, just for.
It's
There you
a
go.
14.
That's enough.
All right. So I made the second.
Okay, so 14, you're okay. On the first one, you take 6 psychic damage, and now I'm going to roll these 3d6 right here. And we're going to see what we roll on 3d6.
Oh,
Oh, that's a big number.
that is more than
That's a
my
14.
intelligence score. Yeah, higher than my intelligence. Uh-oh.
That's bad.
Seems
We're
bad.
screwed.
Okay.
Seems real bad.
So, it latches on to your brain somehow, and your intelligence score is reduced to zero as you fall to the ground, and you are stunned.
Oh,
You are not dead. You are stunned.
that's bad. Which one did that?
The little brain guy.
Which one?
The little.
Because Ravi's coming up, and that's important. Though I guess you wouldn't see. But those two things attacked him, and he fell down. That's all Ravi needs to know.
Why can't I make it glow?
Are you just holding it down?
I don't know why. Yes, of course I'm not. There it is.
There it is. I see it.
Bear with me, folks. Still learning. So now that I know how I'm supposed to do that, let me. This one took 8. So let me. But yeah, so that's me. So now it is Ravi's turn.
All right. I will move up to. Actually, there seems fine because I can see these two. I will hex this one, the one that's closer to it.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't know which one actually, did the deed.
No, actually, you have no idea what happened to Rowan. You saw him get clawed.
Exactly.
No,
these two things attacked him, and then he fell down.
So it's not like hanging off.
Yeah, they tried. Do what?
It's not like hanging off of him.
No, they brain attacked.
Right, but I thought that was like.
Yeah, you didn't see it.
Because neither one of them touched him. He deflected both attacks.
Yeah, they both clawed. They both clawed and they both missed. And then, like a split second later, you saw Rowan and he fell over. And now he's like, there's like drool coming out of one side of his mouth.
That's not good. All
Wow.
right. Yeah, there's it. You know what? Let's see what happens. So this one needs to make a wisdom save.
Sorry, can you point to that again? I was
Sure, the one directly next to Rowan, the one that's closer to all of us.
Are you gonna make a wisdom save?
Yeah, DC 16.
I'm sure I'm pretty wise. I eat brains all the time. I should be wise. Yeah. But as it turns out,
They're intelligent, not wise.
Yeah, I assume they're smarter than they are wise.
that's right.
Well, we'll see what they roll.
Yeah,
All right,
so we're just gonna roll this die straight up. That would be a 9.
That is enough for me. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but it takes
Oh, that's a lot of
That's a
dice.
good number.
15 psychic damage.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't think I can do that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It takes no. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong spell. It was wisdom save. It takes no psychic damage. But from now on and before it moves, it must use its action to attack a creature of my choosing. On my subsequent turns, I can maintain the control by using an action. It is charmed. I don't know if it can't be charmed. But otherwise, it can act normally, other than me choosing who it attacks before it moves. I'm using Crown of Madness.
So it has a little crown now?
You're
Yeah.
controlling me. Is it?
Tiny little crown?
It's not controlling you. I mean, it's. I just get to decide who you attack before you move every round.
No. Okay. I mean, that's sort of what we just said, but I guess not. All right, I'll put the calories. There we go.
Here we go. Yeah, crazy brain, and it is not hexed in that case. Right. I was going to do something different, but this all seems
So I
bad.
don't-
So I was going to higher level.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't take damage, is what.
No, there was no damage. It's just
Okay.
right.
All right. No damage. All right.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, that seems great.
Was that a first level spell you just cast?
Oh, a second. Oh, that's right. It was a second level spell.
That was a spell you just cast, right?
That's right. It was.
You can roll a d20. Oh my god!
Oh no! Fireball!
Oh, All the fans, we're about to have a total party show
Wild
right
magic.
here.
Yeah. So for everybody watching, when Robbie rolls a 20 after he casts a spell, special things happen.
Because he is a wild mage sorcerer.
It's very special.
All right, I'll let you roll your D100s. I got
D100?
all right, come on. Give me a good number.
Big number.
D100.
59.
59. Oh, that's good for you.
Oh,
You regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
the one I just expended?
The one you just expended, you just got it back.
Okay. I accept.
Cast it. Yeah.
Yep, cast a second level spell. That is the only one expended, so I will take that back.
You just got it right back. That's pretty great, actually.
Free crown of madness.
Just keep doing
Yeah, every time. 59. Now I know.
2059. There you go. All right. So then the Grimlocks on their turn. Are you done?
That should be
Moving all that
enough.
good stuff. All right. So this one's gonna move up to here. This one to move up to here. We'll take 2 swipes at the Raging Wigbit.
Do it.
I'm at advantage on these attacks, aren't I?
Oh yeah, I was reckless.
So does 12 hit?
That won't do it.
Okay. So yeah, I need to figure out a new.
Although you get another, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just roll it again right now. So, I bet that hits.
That'll do.
Yeah. 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 9. Actually, you take 7 bludgeoning and then 2 piercing.
Are those separate, actually?
So it hits you with the side of the club. It hits you with the bone part of the club, and then it rolls it over with the spike. So you get 7 and 2. So I guess you get 3 and 1.
Okay.
So, and then the other guy will roll a 23 to hit you. I think that'll do it. Yeah. They're both pummeling you because Rowan's not. Let me see if I roll.
Check for crit.
Yeah. It's going right now. Nope. So that time it's only 4 bludgeoning and 2 piercing. So 2
3
and 1.
more.
Yep.
All right.
And Rrakkma, troll leader.
Yeah. So Drak starts calling down to Tyr to met out justice and control this battlefield. You see apparitions of dwarven warriors flying around, holding axes and swords. They look like they're getting ready.
Right?
Yeah, they're getting ready. And then he calls out to Wigbet. See, does this work? Come on, I'm clicking the wrong button. There. I didn't click the... Sorry, I haven't cast the spell yet. I don't have it set up correctly, apparently. There. All right, done. There. It's still 7, but now it has flavor text. That's important.
All right.
So you get back 7 hit points.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Getting preserve you to nice.
I needed some good news.
I thought you might need
I like that.
I like these friends and this new energy.
Move up a little bit.
My body will be limp on the floor soon enough.
Yeah.
So where
is that your zone? Or
were we?
Is
that your zone?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mike, where we were was 25. I hate to tell you.
What's this?
Oh, no, actually, no, sorry. What was it?
No, where it is now is 25.
Well, for us, it would be 25. Because that would have been
I'll give you the 5
25.
feet.
Okay.
What's
Good.
wrong?
I'll give you the 5. You were anxious to get up there and ran really fast. Yeah.
Ran the speed of a normal person.
I thought we were just.
So Mike, your zone is that yellow thing?
Yes.
Okay. I was making sure, right?
We don't see that.
I have no idea how to make it visible to you.
That's okay. The enemies see it. That's what matters.
Okay.
That'll be something to work out.
I mean, you can just draw it in if you want.
So it's gonna be moving.
If it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Did that do it? Did that do it at all?
Yeah. Oh, did it make it visible to anybody else?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see that.
Okay.
I can see it.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, 'cause it's bigger.
Except for bigger. Yeah. All right.
So Dak
Ish.
will run up to this one,
Yeah.
and not knowing he's got a crown on him, will.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he can see the crown. None of it matters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like an iron crown appeared around its
an actual.
cranium.
Huh.
It's like that big.
Ooh. Dak has pummeled him twice.
Ooh.
So here's the thing y'all don't know about Dak. When Dak hits hard.
Yeah, since we haven't seen that yet.
Ooh.
What? That's a lot of dice.
Is that both, I assume?
Yeah, it was 2 attacks.
Okay, but still,
yeah.
that's pretty nice.
That's a lot
So
of.
he punches him, and then he holds it there for a second, and then he punches him again, and you like see this like, I mean, there's a lot channeling through those fists, but when it's over with, this little crown guy here is just a bloody mess on the floor. There's like brains everywhere on the floor.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not like I wasted a spell slot, so that's fine.
I want to make him go away. Can I make him go away? I don't want to make him go away.
You should be able to just click and delete.
Yeah, you're right. I was just trying to get the thing that was yeah, fine. There we go. All right. So to the top. So it's Roland, you just get to lay there and be stunned. So it's Wigbit and the brain eating monsters.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go right at one of them. I still don't have advantage turned on. Crap. All right, so 18 to hit.
That's a hit. Yeah, that's a hit.
All right, just in case.
That's definitely
Not
a
a
hit.
crit. All right.
Which one are you hitting?
The one in front of me, I guess. So 13 slashing.
This one? Ooh, I got it to work.
Yeah, that one.
Great. 13
There's
slashing,
advantage.
okay.
And what was that? 18 to hit the next one for the war
Yeah.
pick. All right,
Yep.
and that is going to be nice. 14 more piercing.
Yeah, okay. So that one goes away.
Spike right down
Although-
into it.
Although it does go at the same time you do, so it will get its attack before it dies.
Little jerk.
But also, I know they started their turn, so they're taking how much radiant damage?
Ocho.
If
All
they
right, I
fail
just want to
their
make sure that
save.
was the actual number. Oh, I get a save?
Yeah, you get it. Well, you try wisdom.
Wisdom?
You don't get it very often.
No. Here, I'll roll it.
Yeah, all of them
That
get to try.
guy rolled a 14.
Nope.
It was close.
That guy rolled a 3.
That's not close.
No.
All right. So they both take 8.
8.
Okay. They are okay. They're taking 8. Got it. All right. And so let's see. Okay. Well, it says it would do it, so it's gonna do it. So, Josh.
Yeah.
Rowan.
Yeah.
You and I are about to have a contest.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Ready. Contest.
There's the problem for you is that it's an intelligence contest.
Okay.
And you don't seem to have any intelligence right now.
You know.
What's the minus for 0?
4, I would assume.
This big.
Is 4 the lowest?
I don't have my PHB in here, but.
Yeah, hold on, I'm looking it up.
Oh, well, this maybe. Let's see.
So, because 1 is -5, so we're going to say it's -5.
Yeah, it's -5.
So you need to roll an intelligence.
Does he still get his +4? Because he's in his aura?
The saving throw?
If it's a save.
It's not. It's not a save. It's a
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah.
So,
Nope, not a save.
Do we see this going on, by the way?
Intelligence check.
no, it's
Do
all in
Do
the
we see-
brainwave.
Do we see the brain contest?
No, you don't see.
No.
All right.
Nope, you don't see any of it. All right. So, make your intelligence roll at -5.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You
Thanks.
got it. You can do it.
-5.
Did anybody do
Remember,
it?
it's not a save. It's not a save, so you can roll it.
All right. That is
Never mind.
a
That's
4.
a positive number.
Oof.
It's a positive
true.
number.
That's good.
4.
So there's a chance.
It could do worse.
I don't think it can.
I think it probably has
Roll D20.
Similar.
What's that, Johnny?
It actually isn't a big plus.
Huh?
It isn't a big plus.
All right.
It's enough.
I rolled a
I think you won that
All right.
contest.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What
Well,
were they competing for?
My brain.
control over
I
his
assume it was
body.
your brain, yeah.
Whew, this is bad.
It'll probably cure the vanishing at least.
Might. You can't
Yeah,
be missing all your memories if you don't have a brain, right?
Right.
that's right.
Joke's on them.
Thanks, you fixed it.
Okay, this is pretty great.
Ready. This is gonna be awesome.
So, hey, the great news is that y'all see this guy right here. No, wait, hold on. This guy right here. Okay, the great news is he's not there anymore.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
He took up
In your
residence in his
brain.
skull.
Oh, man. I crowned the wrong one.
Um,
Just crown Josh now.
Yeah.
That's no good.
He needed a crown. He didn't want to wear one.
Oh, no,
Yeah, he
that's
gets an iron
great.
crown.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the other two attack Wigbit because nobody knows what's going on here. Let's hit Wigbit. That is not a good. That's
Take
a
your
9.
second. Take your second swipe.
Yeah, I will. I accept. Oh, I should have put the map for. Oh,
Oh,
a 9 or a 9. I'm guessing that does not hit.
no. But
Hold on. Second guy. Rolled a 19 to hit you.
that'll do.
All right, and just in case I
Just for
crit, I
crit.
did not. So you're gonna take. Was that 7? Shoot. Wait a minute. Oh no, their damage is straight. That's right. It's so 9 slashing damage from the claw, and then make an intelligence. Actually, make 2 intelligence saving throws.
Nope, advantage, but I'll just take those two. Ooh, maybe I'll take Not those two, but a different two. So that'll be an 8 and a 4, unless I'm still getting a +4 from my buddy Josh.
Probably not.
I mean, it's all happening at the same time.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm still.
You're still
stunned on the ground.
Josh while he's getting attacked.
I guess
That is true.
So currently.
Right,
So that makes it a 12 and an 8.
right. So one
Well,
of
there's
them.
only one of them.
Right.
All right. I got
You only have to pass one of those.
You're looking for a 12.
That's all I need.
It's a low
Hold on.
number.
First you take
Oh, right, damage.
Oh, psychic damage. Yeah.
First you
All
take
right.
13 psychic damage,
Oh, God. All 13.
And then you fall down.
and then
And then I'm bloodied.
Oh, I did it.
No, he's 12.
Yeah, he rolled
No,
a
it's
13.
13. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
My God.
But he's only fallen down. So
I didn't
that's
lose
fine.
the contest yet.
He hasn't lost the contest.
you are you are
Bloodied.
falling down and are
And
stunned.
my brain. And I'm
Yeah.
assuming I'm no longer raged.
No,
And
that
that-
ends.
No, you are
Does
stunned.
that end when
So
you're
you
stunned?
yeah,
I assume
gotta-
so.
Are you considered unconscious when you're stunned?
No,
Because
I-
otherwise, I don't think it ends your rage.
I'm angry then.
Get angry but not moving. And he's dumb
I'm
enough
even
to
more
stay angry. At this point, he's dumb enough to stay angry.
yeah. Well, I mean that is true. Let me see.
dumb and angry.
Incapacitated, can't move.
I'm angry that my body's not
Oh yeah, if you're
Rolling
incapacitated, then yes. Stunned,
Yeah.
incapacitate, you're no longer raged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Yeah, you're
Sorry,
pretty
buddy.
much.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
All right.
I'll just move my character away. Does that sound good?
No, you're right there.
Oh, fantastic.
And then, but you did kill the other one, and we're even gonna say the one that just did that to you is the one you killed. So there you go. So you took
Yeah,
him out
That's
as
kind.
you,
That's
as
kind.
you became the thing. Yeah.
Ravi and Durak, just in case you want a little advice, the Elder Cap says run. Yeah,
He does.
Papa
He
Cap's
says
telling
run.
you to run.
Who does?
We have
My dad. My dad
Papa
is.
Caps is
Oh,
watching
yeah.
and says
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. You might
Not a
be.
terrible plan. Remember, we're just the diversion. We don't have to actually win.
That's true.
Oh, we're not losing this. We've got it right where we're going.
That's right. We're the vanguard.
Inside our
Right.
Really.
Exactly.
All
So
right.
your two
Companions.
We're just,
yeah the two that lead the charge have well they're not charging anymore.
You know what? I think I need to do something that Rowan would do because that's what we do now. Wait. I'm gonna charge up here,
yeah.
and then each of them needs to make a Constitution save.
All the bad guys.
All the bad guys.
Okay. Brain-eating monster. It's gonna roll. He rolled a
Brain-eating
20.
monsters, fine.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
And then the other guys are also the same thing. So I think I can roll that twice. And then the other two guys rolled a 17. A 17 and a 5.
Okay. Well, the 5 takes 7 radiant, as Ravi utters the name of a god under his breath.
That one dies.
Okay. There we go.
And this one is bloodied.
And you know what? Fuck this noise. As a bonus action, I'm going to use a couple sorcery points because that wasn't good enough. I'm going to use a couple sorcery points.
Oh, they didn't. Did they take damage if they made it?
No,
Sorry.
that was a cantrip.
And that one's
that
not
was a
bloodied.
No.
The cantrip that's a zone?
It's a burst one
Nice.
on enemies. Cool. Oh, yeah. I'm going to place a shatter right behind both of them so they can make another Constitution save.
That's sorry. They can make another Constitution save?
Yeah.
Okay. So brain-eating monster.
That's what I like to see.
And then so that's a 2 and a 7.
That is beautiful. Then they both take 8 thunder damage. They have been thunderstruck.
They have. They are both bloodied
Great.
from all this noise.
That's right. Make a lot of noise.
Pretty sure.
And of course, rubble and everything flying around.
Yeah. All right.
All right, that'll do it.
So
that was a spell, though, right? That's a.
Oh, that is true. It was indeed a spell.
golly, you know, I think there's something on that chart that could actually help your 2 companions right now. Roll that.
Oh,
I don't know. We were playing ones, right? But I thought we were playing ones if it was only bad.
Right. We did. That's what we've been playing the whole time.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
No, I think we decided that it's 1 if I find that it's fun. I think that's what we decided.
So 52, not 59.
Not 59. Man. I can't even find the page. It's so exciting.
Yeah, that's happened twice now.
Right.
2 spells, 2 wild things.
Yeah. I like these dice.
It's a positive thing.
We don't need it then. It's up to you. Only if it's interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to matter much. I think we're close to done. A spectral shield hovers basically in front of you,
Okay.
and you feel like it's going to help you out.
Great. That's probably from that god that I prayed to. Is this actually like a darker shield? Like not like good radiant, but maybe darker radiant? Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's spectral. Yeah, it's whatever spectral.
like dark
is.
spectral.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's dark spectral. Yeah.
Yep.
So you have a +2 to AC, and you're immune to magic missiles should anybody shoot it at you right now.
I hope they do.
So Mike, on 12, the Grimlock is starting his turn.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I thought you'd want to know that.
Yep.
He can make a wisdom save.
He can make a wisdom saving throw.
He cannot make a wisdom saving throw.
He takes 11.
9. That's an 8. 9. Hey, what is it? No, it's a 7. I take 11. Okay. Grimlock dies. And it is now your turn because the Grimlock died. The Rock Troll Bleeder.
I say, all right, let's press on.
Yep.
But wait, there's one guy left.
Yeah, there's a brain guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a brain guy left? Oh,
Yeah,
there's a brain
he's
guy.
there.
I'll murder that thing.
Yeah.
Please, before it crawls in my brain.
Hey, Pap, I saw your question, and no, he didn't. He was asking, does Josh roll for radiant damage because he's a monster now?
Oh.
No, not yet, because we don't know he's a monster now.
Right.
Yeah, my spell only attacks things that I want it to attack. So it's still a collector in my mind.
Yeah, at least for the next 6
Or
seconds.
It's not gonna hit him. But this, does a 12 hit the brain eater?
Actually, that is the number.
Wow.
Squish it.
They're just brains. Yeah, they're just squishy brains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of dice, but it's not a big number. Actually, it is kind of a big number. All right. 14 radiant?
14 radiant, yeah.
Did that get it?
No more brain-eating monster there.
We won.
So as I
Defeated everything.
Everything's dead.
all right.
Now we just gotta wake up these two guys.
And I'm going to move right here and right here.
So you cannot move through Rowan's space at the moment.
Say, Rowan. Rowan, what's wrong with you?
Rrakkma, you hear in your mind, you will not pass.
Did one of them get at you? There's something talking in my brain and I'm going to kill it. Once I find you, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to separate you from your body. I'm going to kill you. Where are you?
Rock's first round taunting. Got it. Dax Dak kind of ignores the whole thing with Rowan right now, and he goes over to Wigbit, and he's kind of looking down at Wigbit like he's kind of shaking him. Starts saying things in Gith that you don't understand.
Especially with intelligence 0.
Oh, is your intelligence 0 even though the thing got killed?
What?
My intelligence is still 0,
He's
right?
still stunned and zeroed.
He hasn't gotten up. And then on 21, so Doc moves over here. Then on Rowan's turn.
What is that?
What?
What's right there? Above?
That?
Yeah.
That's Dak.
That's Dak.
Okay.
So Dak moved over to try to get Wigbit awake. But on 21, Rowan. Wow. Hey, Rowan.
Yeah.
I'll do it this way.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I whisper to Rowan? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Does that mean I'll only talk to Rowan?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Josh.
Great.
So it's in your brain.
Yep.
And it's controlling you.
Yeah, I thought so.
And yeah, it's very malicious. So it retains its own intelligence, wisdom, and charisma score. So it keeps its things, and then it understands. So you have telepathy, and then, but otherwise it has your stats, and it knows everything you know, including your spells and your languages.
Okay.
So use your spells and your glaive and everything to kill the party.
Okay, just do the best I can.
Absolutely.
Okay. And does it like
and I'll let you know if you shouldn't do something.
Okay,
But otherwise, yeah.
does it like care who I'm is it steering me towards any particular one of them or just whoever?
Nope. Whoever is up. They're all the same.
Excited.
Okay, we're back.
All right.
Yeah, welcome back.
Back.
So
All right,
Rowan,
so we progress. We go forward.
Rowan actually is going to do something, and y'all are just going to listen to what Rowan does.
All right. The first thing he's going to do is this.
Ooh,
Robbie,
he does it well.
25
Yep.
hit your AC.
Yep, even with the +2.
Okay. Let me do. Oh wait, I got to do one other thing.
Shit.
So wait, hang on.
Bad.
Wait, I need some more dice. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's our first night on Roll20, and it's our last night on Roll20, at least at this party.
Okay, so Robbie, you take
That's not too bad.
11 slashing and 8 radiant.
All right.
So,
The first attack.
Does a 10 hit you, Robbie?
No.
does a.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, almost.
Yeah.
The one.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's out there.
20.
Yep, that's now the number this turn.
All right. Let me look at one thing real quick here.
So as he's looking, y'all see Rowan kind of stand up, and he doesn't look any different until he takes his glaive and like runs Ravi through, swings around the other side, goes for the third strike. He's rolling a lot of d8s. Oh my god!
Yeah, because he's miting me.
5 bludgeoning and 14 radiant.
All right. Let's go ahead and add that.
Bloody symbol.
Yep.
Okay.
And pieces of Ravi just go flying across the chamber here. Hey,
There
by
we
the
go.
way, not that it's important right now, but as y'all got closer, y'all could see this is actually a big old hole in the floor.
Oh, there's
Oh.
darkness.
There's a giant hole in the floor.
Okay.
Over there.
We put Rowan in it.
So, here's the thing. I don't actually have anything to control right now, so I'm gonna let you guys decide what you're gonna do. I'm gonna make this space a little brighter because y'all can kind of see more of it now. Not that you're really looking. So, Ron, was that all your action?
Yeah, that was everything. Because I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really need to move. I don't think.
Okay. So, Wigbit, you are still very much stunned. And so it is Ravi's turn.
It is Ravi's turn.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Rowan just took a couple real big swings.
Yeah, he did. And I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to disengage and hope you didn't take Sentinel.
Oh, that'd be bad.
That'd be bad. Okay, well, I haven't been attacked yet. And then... that's not good. I mean, I could try it. And it is... Oh, but you're still going to get that +4. So I can't make you do any saves. That's no good. Yeah, I don't know that there's something I could do that isn't just murdering Rowan. And that's not going to happen. So just put up my hands and back up and... Rowan, what are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, that's action and move. I've got no bonus without.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking to Drew there for a second.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I just I actioned and moved. That's it.
Okay. Let's see. These guys are all dead. So it is Darok's turn.
Does this? I have 2 spells that I could cast.
No, we can't see all that, but that's all right. I'll reveal it anyway. You're gonna see it eventually. Well, you might. I don't know.
If I survive. I'm bringing in the Full Metal Monk if I die. Just throwing that out there.
Adamantine monk.
Yeah, you're not.
Adamantine.
All are dead. They're either Giths or they're all dead. Remember?
I don't know. I've got one in the surface already that you let come by. The cat monk. I mean, how?
Remember, he's gone to the sea, and then he drowned.
I mean, that's true. But I mean, how bad can a Full Metal Monk be? Like, you lose a whole bunch of stuff, so that can't be bad, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It'd be fine.
So for
There we go.
this,
That's what we are. Now I can zoom back in a little bit.
I'm not sure.
Right?
In like a curse? Is there something I could roll to like get an idea of what it is that we're dealing with here?
If you want to roll, because you are a dwarf, you could roll. What is this? These are aberrations. Aberrations are. What lets you recognize that? Arcana?
Athletics?
It's not athletics. I know that much.
Oh, religion?
I think it's.
Religion or Arcana. Arcana seems right.
Yeah,
I
I think
think
so.
it's Arcana. Yeah, that's what I'm looking up. I think it is Arcana for. Yeah, so it'd be an Arcana check if you wanted to
Oh, he's just dumb.
try to figure out what this
That's what his problem is. He's just dumb.
Just went too dumb.
Yeah.
And I'll actually give you advantage on the roll, by the way, because you are a dwarf.
Oh, thanks.
And you've heard of these things.
Hey, that's
So
cool.
it was 3, but then it was 21.
So these things are called intellect devourers, and they obviously eat your intellect. And you are surmising from the stories that you've heard about, because these are often they accompany mind flayers. Kind of makes sense.
Right.
So the stories you've heard is that these things take over your brain, and that the stories that you have told is that it either requires super powerful magic, such as maybe only the highest priest could cast, or you got to kill the host.
Like kill him dead or kill him to 0?
You got to kill the host.
Experiment for science.
Although you have heard that if the protection from evil spell, if it's cast, has the potential to drive out whatever is controlling the creature.
Oh, I have that first level spell.
Oh, look at that.
Protection from evil and good?
Yep.
Yeah.
You do that one.
I wasn't even looking at first level spell.
Right. It's generally not high level magic, however.
I don't have high level magic, but I do have low level magic. I'll cast onto Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
Protection from evil and good. And I don't have a macro for it because I never use it.
All right.
This entire game.
All right. So Rowan, make an.
Does somebody have a inspiration they can throw him?
I don't think I do. And he's my enemy. I wouldn't give it to him anyways. He's just, well, I guess I don't know what he is, but he nearly killed me. After everything we've been through, he nearly killed me.
His mind's been devoured by one of those beasts, and we're going to rescue him.
Rowan, make doesn't say. So make an intelligence.
I mean, it's not like a resistance thing. It's cast upon him.
Yeah.
It's touch.
Make
I mean, that's the only thing is that it's a touch attack.
Oh, it is a touch.
So
That
it
is
must
true.
be that Durak has to touch him.
That is true. So you do have to make an attack roll to hit him. Which then you would be making an attack and casting a spell.
Well, I mean, it'd be like a touch attack spell. I mean, there are those.
Oh, okay. So make a
Right.
touch attack.
Yeah, basically, it's a touch attack.
I'm going to use my guiding bolt because it has the correct modifier on it.
You're going to touch attack him with a guiding bolt?
No, the guiding bolt has the same modifier because the spell modifier is different than like the physical attack modifier.
I got you. Okay.
No!
Yeah,
I really
nope.
like the 18. I really don't like the 5.
It was much closer on the 18.
Damn it.
So you went to touch Rowan, and he
Squirmed out of it.
stepped aside from your touch.
Don't touch me.
We're doomed.
Remember, you can talk to him if you want to in his brain.
Oh yeah, that's
You can
right.
you can brain talk him if you want to.
Yeah,
Oh, try to like get a diplomacy check.
Can I whisper?
So you gonna do anything else, Durock?
I move right across from him so that somebody else can get to the other side of him, so we can flank him, so I can get an advantage, maybe.
All right. All on 6.
So get over here. Let's try to get him to stop long enough for me to save him. If I can't save him, we have to kill him.
So, Rowan.
Yep.
Dak has entered your threatened area.
He was already in it.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
He already
right.
went into. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was in it.
Okay.
Whew. No, we don't
So
need
he
any of
runs
that.
up and he's very disheveled by everything, but
Grab him! Grab him!
he
He doesn't understand.
grabs the best he can, which is so I got an advantage. So roll 2 of these. I'll add that to the roll, and I'll roll these dice. So his first attack is what is that? 17. Is that right? That is right. 17.
Oh, that's a really cool
Does that hit Roland's AC?
Well, is he
It does
trying
not
to grapple him?
So,
Or is he attacking?
no, he's swinging at him.
Oh, yeah. No, he keeps swinging. Yeah,
He didn't.
sorry.
He didn't understand your.
I didn't
grab,
think so.
he
Like,
just-
oh, did he? Okay, he's going to do it. Yeah.
So that was his first attack, and then he tries second attack. And roll it. That's a bad roll. That's 2 bad rolls right there. All right. So he's flailing at you, and
Not gonna do it.
it just ain't working. It just ain't working. Yeah. So yeah, that's his turn. This is going splendidly.
It's going great.
So it is Rowan and unfortunately Wigbit's turn. Sorry, Wigbit. Rowan.
Yeah, so Rowan drops the glaive and pulls out a shield and a quarterstaff.
Oh, good. He's harder to hit now.
Yep.
He's trying to keep himself alive. And he also has a shimmering field around himself.
Okay. Oh, shimmering field.
And then I guess he will attack Dak. Yeah.
Attack Dak.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so this is quarterstaff. 17 to hit.
So as you go to hit him, you look like you should definitely hit him with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
And then you feel this invisible barrier spring up in front of him, and it deflects your quarterstaff away.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
It's a 25.
Yeah, I couldn't add that much. Yeah, that hits him.
Let's see. Let me look at something real quick. Do I want to do this? No. Okay. Yeah, so just 7 bludgeoning.
7 bludgeoning. All right.
That's it.
He says something to you in Gith. But you don't speak Gith.
My new brain.
Oh, did you start your turn?
Even my new brain, you can speak it. I did start my turn.
Well, this is awesome. Could you make a saving throw for me?
Wisdom base?
What's that?
Wisdom base?
Yeah.
Was that Johnny? Was that one of the ones that changed?
Oh,
No.
I lost y'all first. Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Was my wisdom one of my scores that changed? I don't remember.
It was, yes.
Okay. Do you want to?
So, I don't know what your wisdom was, but you have a +0 to the roll right now.
All right.
So I think your wisdom got worse probably than yours.
So I'll have to. Do I? Okay. Yep. All right.
Yeah, just roll straight D20.
So that's the 7.
All right, so you take 17 radiant.
The Rock Trollblader just declared Roland of the South Warden enemy.
Sure did.
Yes.
We're enemies.
Well, I mean, really, it's the thing inside your brain that's the enemy. Like it's we got to get it out somehow.
I know. Drak knows there's 2 ways for him to take care of this. And so he'll do both.
Okay.
So Robbie, it is your turn.
All right, a large earthen hand appears right there. Actually, a medium earthen hand rather appears right there. I don't know if we got
Igby's crushing hand? Holy shit.
No. Maximilian's grasping hand. Josh, I'm gonna need you to make a.
I didn't think we were there yet.
No. Maximilian's earthen grasp. Make a strength save. I gotta at least try it.
That's 20.
All right. All right. So you still take as it tries to crush you.
I'm gonna add 10 to it.
To my save?
No, to his attack roll.
Okay,
Oh no, it wasn't an attack
No,
roll.
he didn't do it.
No, it's a damage
I
roll.
was just
Never mind.
So you still take 4. It's not halved, but you're not restrained yet.
Got it. All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's my action.
Now what?
I mean, you got advantage.
You could probably hit me really weird.
I mean, all he's got to do is touch you. Then we gotta.
Is that spell in Xanathar's?
Maximilian's? What was it? Let me see. Yeah, it's Xanathar's.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't recognize that one. That's what I was curious about.
And it does sound like that was a spell.
Oh, that is true. It was a level 2 spell.
Oh, there's no way you could roll 3 times, because that would just be amazing.
Oh, it was close. I saw it rolling that way.
Ah. That's pretty neat. So there's a hand there.
Oh, yeah, it's there. It's there for the next minute.
I mean, I'm not doing anything. I'm going to find the hand thing to put there.
An earthen hand. And yeah, it's medium sized. Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. I read that wrong.
Something different.
You took no damage. I mean, it's only 4. It's not going to do anything. You took no damage. I was reading this wrong.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, where'd it go? There it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, look at that.
Will to think again. Why can't I do this on the other things? Huh. So whose turn is? Is Drak's turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's back to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, rounds are faster when there's only one enemy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. Done. All right. This is a touch. It's not a touch attack.
Yeah, so I was just looking. There's no such thing as touch attacks anymore. That's the range.
Right,
So
but
that's the range. You're just making a spell attack. So if you have to make an attack roll with the spell, it's just the ability mod plus proficiency bonus. Because there's no touch attack in 5th ed.
Oh, I thought there was. Yeah.
so it's still like a spell attack.
So that's the range, but it's a spell attack.
Okay.
So you have to be able to touch me. You have to be adjacent.
Gotcha. But because you're not willing,
You're making a spell attack.
got it.
I'm gonna add 10 to it.
That'll get there.
Yeah, 29 should do it.
Yep.
All right. So Josh.
Yeah.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
With advantage.
Huh?
With advantage, right?
Why?
It's protected from evil.
The target also can't be charmed. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such creatures, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
He's not saving against. He's saving against your spell. He's saving against you.
Oh.
I'm trying to not.
Yeah.
Oh, so he has disadvantage.
That's what I was looking at. Yeah, because he's technically an aberration right now. Yeah. So you actually have disadvantage on the roll. And you're +1 on the roll.
Okay.
And you're looking to beat whatever Mike's
Oh, you got well under 15.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever Mike's save is, but you rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Is it now?
It is. Okay, let me read some more about this.
Does it crawl inside of Wigbit? I'm ready for my turn.
Oh, no. Hopefully it has to come out first.
Yeah, so I knew I shouldn't have deleted them all because he's coming back out. It's great. Yeah, so
Zone?
do what?
Movement?
I can't hear you.
Is that forced movement?
Does it count as movement? Is he moving into a zone? As he gets expelled from Rowan?
You know what? I kind of like it. I'm going to give it to you. Yeah.
Nice.
Take that. So what's my damage?
Did it go?
There you go.
There we go.
Woo!
About it for a minute.
Yeah, failing that wisdom save would be fine.
That's fine.
That'll do it.
18 rating.
Okay. So it appears and then immediately turns to mush. And yeah, and Rowan collapses.
Yep.
Is he at 0?
Brain, yeah.
He is stunned.
Oh no.
And then on Dak's turn, he leaps on the thing that just got expunged from Rowan's body, and he just starts like pulling it apart. It's like he rips the leg off, and was
Seems appropriate.
like he's.
That's a measure. That's a yes. That seems fine.
And well, so
Now
the
the
end
mind flayers
is
come out.
As your two companions lay unconscious, stunned, and everything goes still. As I said, you can see that there is a large hole in the floor there. And then you can see there's a passageway off there, and there's another passageway down the other way. And so you stand over two fallen comrades as the episode ends.
Well, crap.
Dum, dum, dum.
Uh-huh. So those things
Thanks,
are
Cap.